So there he is, Luther. And here's a little update. So today we're getting a new emblem because the old one was shot. But the big news is we went ahead and did something that I've been wanting to do since I got this truck. Now, if you guys remember in the last video, the exhaust system was junk. So basically you had these two MagnaFlow mufflers with some just aluminized piping that's rotting away, and you know, we don't want to spend the money on doing a full and complete exhaust on this thing yet. So what I ended up doing was just making this little piece right here, ties the two together, and then running a 3.5-inch tailpipe. It actually sounds amazing now. It used to sound like a pissed off warthog, and it just had this god-awful tone to it and this resonation, and oh my god, it was so bad because it literally had just a dump right here and a dump right here. There's no X-pipe, there's no merge, there's no nothing, so it sounded horrendous. And I don't know about you guys, but these LS's do not sound good when they're true dual without an X-pipe or anything like that. So it definitely sounds a whole lot better now. Our fuel system over there from Gas Tank Renew is holding up beautifully. We got that taken care of. We kind of patched a little hole that was right there in the exhaust. We got a brand new fuel tank strap in there because that one was broken. The tank was hanging down about 6 inches. So guys, we're taking care of this thing a little bit at a time. And it takes some time. I don't want to spend a whole ton of money on it right away because I'm still not really sure how well this thing's going to hold together. I've only put about 200 miles on it since I got it. So we're gonna drive it a little bit more, but why don't we head to the back of it and I'll give you guys a sound clip. So what do you think? Not too bad, right? I think it's much better than it was. I said before, it sounded so crazy and it had this crazy like resonation where it would just like get to about 2,500 RPM under load, and you would hear the only way I can explain it is if you take two doors that are side by side and you slam each one of them individually, it made that weird airy, like, I don't know, it was just a horrible sound. So with them tied together now with that new piece that I made and just kind of MIG welded in there quick, and the 3.5-inch pipe, it's super quiet. We're sitting in the cab now and it's running, and you can really barely hear it. It's not bad at all. It still does have a little bit of a drone at about 1,800 RPM, but when you're on the highway it's at like 2,200, so it's good, it's quiet. Around town it's nice and quiet, but it still does have a nice sound to it. The MagnaFlow mufflers, I swear by MagnaFlow stuff. I have them on pretty much everything I own, and the stuff is great. But all right, so now we got that out of the way, let's go over what is still wrong with this thing and what we're going to be fixing little by little as we gain more confidence in the reliability of the vehicle. Steering wheel. I personally hate when a steering wheel is not right, and that one is not right. We got this dash bezel is actually a Metra kit to mount the double din, and over here it doesn't fit. It's tight to the buttons, none of the plastic clips hold properly, so that's something we got to fix. Headliner is sagging down, so that's something that in the future we're going to want to fix. Now we went ahead and did which I don't think I showed you guys yet, but we went ahead and did all of the door latches. So we did a brand new latch in here because originally the previous owner of this vehicle had done the door pins, because when he bought it, the door pins were shot. So this door, as you can see by the damage right here, was slamming up against the striker, and it ultimately destroyed this door latch. So we put a new latch in it. This door back here, this handle was broken, so we went ahead and fixed that. Then down here, this door latch itself was actually missing. That had rotted out completely, so we replaced that. And you can see, obviously, there's some rot in the door. I mean, this thing is just typical New England. You know, all the bodies rot on these things, and this is almost a 20-year-old vehicle, so it's to be expected. But the interior of this thing is like super clean. So it's one of the reasons why I'm not hesitant to put money into it. But we got all the door handles working, we got all the doors working, so that closes nice, that closes nice. We also went and picked up a couple of key fobs, so our key fobs work, which is great. We still have mirror issues. They move one way but don't move the other. I think the switch is bad, so that's something we got to take care of. We went ahead and put new headlights and turn signals and everything else in it because the old ones were so foggy and horrible. We do still have a bit of a leak. You can see the little puddles right here. Can't tell if it's power steering, if it's transmission fluid, or what it is, but it's definitely leaking something. So at some point we're gonna have to figure out what that is. But right now, mechanically, just running pretty good. I think it's going to be a decent vehicle. I just have to try to justify the money into it. So just to give you guys a quick rundown right now, all the stuff that we've done so far, the exhaust cost us 144 bucks for that, you know, the tailpipe. The rest of it was all scrap I had laying around. Throughout all the various parts and pieces that we've put into this thing, we're probably, with the brakes, calipers, trying to think, all the door handle stuff, guys, I want to say that we're probably only into this vehicle for like 600 bucks, maybe 700 at the very most. So we're not really that far into it, and that's kind of where I wanted to be. This is sort of like a budget build, you know. It was a truck that I got for basically nothing, in trade for some, obviously for some work for a friend. And we're trying to kind of make it something that's good and reliable. And then once it's good and reliable, then we'll determine whether or not we're going to do the body work, because like you saw, it needs rockers, needs cab corners, front fenders, it needs a bed. I got to go through the frame and clean all that up. The body mounts are I mean, it's just, you know, again, a typical New England vehicle. And over here, we like to try to fix these things and keep them running because the drivetrain is solid. 6 liters good. It's got a 4 LED in it that seems to be pretty good. So I'm not seeing any reason why I shouldn't be fixing this thing, but I want to do it over time, and I want to do it in a budget fashion. So like I said, right now I think we're at, no, you know what, I lie, we're only at about $400. Yeah, we're at about 400 bucks. We're at, if you take into account registering the vehicle, then we're at about 700. So all in right now we're at $700. So we're under $1,000 and we've got a 2500 HD. Still some more stuff to fix. I'm gonna try to keep it under 1,500 bucks, and we'll see where we go. So hope you guys enjoyed this little update on Luther. We don't have anything scheduled. That's cool. Actually, we do. Mike from Divine Media is coming down with his Chaser. His Soarer, not the Chaser, the Soarer. He's coming down with the Soarer pretty soon, and we're going to be doing a pretty kick-ass exhaust on it. So stay tuned for that video. That's going to be cool. But other than that, stick around and we'll do more projects. You know what? We're going to keep working on the Silverado. We're going to keep doing these Jeeps that we've been doing, and yeah, maybe we'll pepper some other cool stuff in there. So all right, guys, have yourselves a wonderful day. It's 50-something degrees here and sunny, so I'm going to hang out in the sun, get some vitamin D, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.
Bye.